Good morning, friends, and welcome back to our urban homestead. If you're new here, my name is Chelsea and I live in Southwest Michigan, growing zone 6A. And today is, well, you'll be seeing this video tomorrow. I'm not quite sure of the date. I think it's the 22nd or 23rd. I don't know. But we're going to do a garden walkthrough, and I'm gonna show you the chickens' new coop. If you guys are new here, my previous coop got destroyed by the tornadoes that hit my area about 2 weeks ago, and the run was just completely unsalvageable. So after about 4 days of hard work and some tears of frustration, everything is done. They're in the pen. They're loving it. My new baby chicks are outside. And yeah, so I know that you guys that have been here for a while on the channel are very excited to see it. So I'm very excited to show it to you. First, we're going to take a walk through the back garden. Then we'll do the chicken coop. And then we'll go to the front garden. If you're not, please make sure that you subscribe. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and drop me a comment below. So these are my eggplants. I'm doing Black Beauty and white eggplant. They're like the white ones are about the size of a white egg, but they've got tons of blooms on all of them. There's Kitty. That right there are some beets. I do need to thin those out. Look at these dianthus. I did not realize that these would come back. Last year when I planted them, they were like only maybe a couple inches tall. But they certainly have came back, and they are absolutely huge. These snapdragons too I love snapdragons, and these overwintered and came back as well, and they are just gorgeous. So here's one of my pepper beds. My peppers did get some damage from the storms, but they're coming back nicely. You know, they're a little small because, like I said, they did get damaged, but they're starting to come back. So that's one pepper bed. These are hot peppers. And then here's another pepper bed. These are mostly bell peppers, except for this is a Marconi pepper plant. And I believe that's a Marconi as well, along with that one. And I just put a couple bean seeds in here just to kind of fill up the space. Here are 3 more peppers. I think they're like a fancy pepper, like lilac, and honestly, I can't remember what the other 2 are. And then these are beans as well. So here are some of my potatoes. I'm growing potatoes in 3 different areas. These, I believe, are red potatoes. But they are, I mean, them taters are tatin', y'all. Over here is my celery, and it is doing wonderful. I had such great success with celery last year, so I'm very excited for this year's harvest. Here are some onions that I had left over. I am planting onions in a couple different areas as well. Got some zucchinis, 3 of them. Look at this cute little bird bath fountain. I'll link it in the description if you want to check it out. It's solar, and I think it was like 13 bucks. I love it. So these are all determinate variety tomatoes, mainly Romas and San Marzanos, and they are doing beautifully. Here I've got a couple okra. I'm really excited about this because I've tried doing okra for 3 years, never had any luck. So this year I started them indoors and I'm gonna have okra, and I'm very excited about that because I love fried okra. Here's a honey nut squash that I direct sowed this a couple weeks ago, and it looks like it's doing well. This is a volunteer potato. So last year I had raised beds in this area that I'm showing you right now, and for me, I wanted to maximize this small space because we do live in the city, and every year I try to grow more and more and more. So I wanted to maximize the space. And so when I emptied the raised beds, apparently I missed a potato from last year, and it's growing, so I'm gonna let it grow. Got some radishes here, but I'm gonna let this one go to seed so I can save seeds for next year. Got some more Roma tomatoes. Look at how beautiful they are. Now, if you were here a couple weeks ago, I was really nervous because I did plant everything really, really early, way earlier than normal. And I wasn't sure if things were gonna survive, but the temperatures this year have just been out of this world. We've been close to 90 degrees for like the past 4 days. Today we're gonna be about 77 with no humidity, so it's just gonna be a gorgeous day, and I'm looking forward to the cool down. So yeah, I mean, for me planting them out a lot earlier, I mean, they are just doing really, really awesome. The only thing that is not doing so well is this loofah, but I mean, it just got beat up by the hail. It looks like it's starting to come back, so I'm, gonna let it try. And in this bed, I have some cosmos along the back, which look like they're getting ready to flower, and a couple zinnias. That's what's left because the roly-polies have eaten them. I also had a line of cleomes, but that's all that's left. I tried planting beans in here, and I came out and seen the roly-polies literally eating them. So I've got to replant. All right, let's go check out the chicken coop. And for any of you guys that have followed me for a while, you guys know that I used to do a wild tomato garden, but I have turned that into a corn garden this year, and you guys wait until you see this corn. So here is the new chicken coop. I got it from Tractor Supply. It is an 8 by 8 by 6.5 feet tall. I do have it reinforced with some 1/4-inch hardware cloth. For nesting boxes, I've got, I don't know if my camera will focus. I've just got some milk jugs. It doesn't look like the camera's gonna focus. It does have a roof, but I put a tarp on it just to keep them dry, as well as a tarp in the back because of when I water my gardens. I don't want them to get wet, but they are so far loving it and happy. My chickens do free range a good majority of the day. Right now, I can't let them out yet because it is early morning and we do have a lot of hawks around here. So usually around 11 is when I can let them out to free range, and then they're outside all day. Oh, my dog is in my corn. All right, guys, so I have a question for you. I put these 2 raised beds here, and I've just put a little bit of soil in them, and I haven't decided if I want to plant some sunflowers here or turn these into compost beds. So like when I give the chickens their scraps, I thought I could put it into the soil. They will eat it, turn it over. I can also put my chicken clean out in here and they will do all the work for me. So you guys drop me a comment and let me know what you think. So I do like things to look nice, but I also like them to serve a purpose. And I don't know if this would be more purposeful to do compost there instead of where I usually do it. Just makes it closer to my growing area. So yeah, drop me a comment below and let me know what you think. Now let's go look at some baby chicks. So here are the babies. And I do have a separate video coming out just explaining how I integrate. This is step 2 of the flock integration process. But aren't they so cute? I'm so glad to have them outside. Hi, my little pumpkins. Hello, little babies. Now, let's look at the corn. You guys, I am honestly super stoked. The corn is doing absolutely amazing. Partly, I think, because this area where I used to do just like wild tomato jungle, this area right here is where I put my chicken clean out twice a year, and then till it all in. So it's like packed full of fertilizer, and I'm so excited. I may be in a little over my head because I did plant a lot of corn. So look at all of that glorious corn. I do have 2 squashes, Delicata and Honey Nut, and they're doing awesome. They're doing really well. But look at all of this corn, you guys. I can't get over how big it is already. So that is my backyard growing area, and it's a new chicken coop. So let's take a walk out front and see what's going on there. So this is my front yard growing area. This year for the green stock, what I decided to do was just plant some flowers in it instead of the lettuce like I normally do. I cannot remember the name of this flower, but isn't that beautiful? Here's my clematis. It's really taking off this year. And my roses. This is my favorite rose that I have. It's just beautiful. I love it. Lots of milkweed for the monarchs. So this is another area I'm growing potatoes. These are purple variety potatoes, and they're just doing awesome. I don't have a lot going on. Oh, well, I'm gonna have to replant. I had a delicata squash here, and it looks like it got eaten. Here's one onion bed. I've got a zucchini plant there, as well as there. There is another onion bed. Here is some of my surviving garlic. I'm gonna have to come and cut the scapes, and I will be making little pickles with those, and I will show you how to do that. Look at this oregano, you guys. My oregano is wild, so wild. I've got some pickling cucumbers here that will go up on this trellis. Some more Roma tomatoes, and I've grown tomatoes here for the past couple years, and as you can see, I have a ton of little volunteer tomatoes coming up. So I'm just gonna let them grow, and hopefully I don't regret that. So here I have 3 indeterminate varieties that go up on this trellis. I couldn't tell you which kind because I did not label them. I only labeled them as indeterminate. I'm really bad about labeling my tomatoes. I'm horrible at it. Anyone else? Just me? And then here is the final place that I'm growing potatoes, and they are doing well. We do have a lot of deer that have eaten some of them down, but I had this problem last year and they came back just fine. I really like to grow potatoes the Ruth Stout-ish method. I think it works really, really great. I've had wonderful success. This is my 3rd year growing potatoes, and it has turned out really, really well. So that is my front yard garden space. You guys wait until you see it in its peak. It's just so lovely. So thank you so much for joining me today and having a look at what's going on in my gardens and with the chickens. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Make sure you're subscribed. Stick around to see the journey. As always, thanks for being here. Thanks for being you. And until next time, abundance and blessings.